we should probably take a step back and talk a little bit about the path to get here. So Punk does the Ariel Helwani interview. AEW Dynamite then begins with Adam Copeland giving, in a sense, an impassioned promo. I don't know if you could believe him. I mean, it seemed like he was trying to convince himself.
It was, I think, impassioned with desperation promo. Some of the desperation was sprinkled on heavily.
So again, that was there. Really probably not something for the national TV audience, and it really didn't accomplish much good, it didn't seem. Then Dax Harwood, after the show goes off the air, same thing. A promo about how much he loves being able to wrestle here. Then Rampage. Let's quickly talk about this Friday night. We usually don't talk about this.
And we're not the only ones that don't talk about that show, but
it's part of a pattern here. Rampage Friday night, 10 to 11 p.m. That's their normal time slot, I believe, on TNT.
Right.
267,000 viewers.
Ouch!
The lowest number, non-preemption, in the show's history, as well as the lowest key demo number, and I don't see it here. 100,000.
You can't see a number that small.
It's the lowest key demo number in the show's history. So that's Friday night. Again, WrestleMania weekend, SmackDown and the Hall of Fame were on. So this is, I guess, directly against the Hall of Fame. And, a rerun of Bill Maher and some baseball games. It's a lot happening. 267,000 viewers. That's the start of the weekend. Now, Collision was preempted this week because of all the basketball. But AEW Collision, a preemption or a preempted airing.
No, well, now back up on your terminology. Preempted means it was just gone. It did not air. It was moved in a different time slot. It aired after the game, correct?
That's correct. And by the way, These numbers were compiled by WrestleNomics, who used the term preempted airing.
Well, hey, Thurston. Sorry, there's no such thing as a preempted airing. That's like a jumbo shrimp or government intelligence.
Well, the ratings for 11:48 to 1:48 a.m. So 11:48 p.m. to 1:48 a.m. 463,000 viewers, the highest number since February 10th.
Woo!
And the highest key demo number since February 10th.
What the fuck, at midnight?
Well, let's tell the real story here, because this is fascinating. I have this in front of me. Okay. So 463 is the average, okay?
Right.
Quarter one, if you can call it, I guess you can, 11:48 to 12 a.m. Top Flight versus FTR, 1 million viewers.
Gee, okay, because of the ball game.
Well, again, this 12 minutes got 1 million viewers on average.
Okay.
12 to 12:15, quarter two, Top Flight versus FTR continued, picture-in-picture, Okada video, Pac versus Encore More.
No.
Whoever that is, that's a great name. Oh, that's a great name.
No, he's the grandson of that famous Western outlaw Lester Moore. Remember that tombstone on Boot Hill? Here lies Lester Moore, no less, no more.
Well, plus there was a Pac promo, 671,000 viewers.
Ouch! Well, at least the Pac promo saved it.
Quarter three, 12:15 to 12:30 a.m. An ad break, a Danielson promo, a Shane Taylor Promotions versus Lion Hook. Is it a match? Oh, it is a match. With picture-in-picture and full-screen ads. 547,000 viewers.
Wow.
The next segment, 12:30 to 12:45 a.m. The continuation of that match with the post-match featuring Anthony Ogogo, the Dustin Rhodes promo, an ad break, and Ospreay's backstage promo. 443,000 viewers.
Well, but here the thing is, they're still doing better on this show than they do on their Friday night show that's regularly scheduled.
We now go to 12:45 to 1 a.m. Brian Keith, Christopher Daniels, and Matt Sydal versus the House of Black with picture-in-picture ads. The post-match with FTR, Adam Copeland, Mark Briscoe, and Young Bucks. 367,000 viewers.
Ouch!
We now go to the big 1 a.m. hour, Jim. Rocky Romero and Roderick Strong's backstage angle, an ad break, Lion Hook and Shibata's backstage angle. Yuka Sakazaki versus Trisha Adora.
Oh, come on now.
With picture-in-picture and full-screen ads. 321,000 viewers. Any comment?
I'm still waiting for. They're going to get down below 200,000 by the time this is over with.
Well, we now go to 1:15 and 1:30 a.m. The continuation of Yuka Sakazaki versus Trisha Adora. Matt Menard and Daniel Garcia's backstage angle. Claudio Castagnoli versus The Butcher. A Julia Hart promo and an ad break. 282,000 viewers.
Yeesh.
We now go to the big 1:30 to 1:45 segment. Samoa Joe's backstage promo. Penta El Zero Miedo versus Commander with picture-in-picture. 236,000 viewers.
Oh, shucks.
And finally, the 4-minute, is it an overrun? I don't even know. 4 minutes, 1:45 to 1:49, the continuation of Penta versus Commander. 234,000 viewers.
So they went from 1 million to 234,000 in 2 hours. They lost 75% of them, more than 75% of the audience.
Now, again, it's late at night. Usually we don't do quarterly breakdowns after, the late evening news.
But that's fast. I wonder somebody's got to do this research. What is normally, and I know they don't have a NCAA ball game for a lead-in, but between 11:45 and 1:45 on this particular network, what are they still on over there? TBS?
Well, this is TNT.
It's TNT. Collision. All right, whatever the fuck it is. Whichever one they are. What percentage of the audience is lost on the regular programming in that time? I would wonder what that would be. Then we'd have some kind of comparison.
Now, it's in the middle of this show, and again, you hear that it did 463,000 viewers. That's very deceiving in this way. It started at 1 million, and every quarter went down. Every single quarter is down. So somewhere in there, in the middle of the night, they announced that they're going to be airing this footage. So people woke up the night of WrestleMania 2, AEW, knowing this would get this kind of attention, makes themselves the center of the story. Everyone's thinking, okay, they must have a strategy here.
Well, but to what audience, though? Because this obviously was not something they thought through very well or for very long. If the very last television program they had before WrestleMania and before their Wednesday night show, they stick it on in the middle of the night. But at the same time, the only audience that they were promoting to by this point was the online audience, the Twitter audience, the media board, social fucking audience, whatever the fuck they call them, that they already have to begin with. They weren't good. They weren't going to be able to, I don't think, sap any of the WWE fans footage of Punk, because they couldn't say his fucking name. They couldn't tell you what it was unless you already knew about it. And then they didn't even tell anybody that they were going to do it on television until the middle of the night on the last show before they were going to do it. So they're narrowcasting to the smallest audience, are they not? I'm sorry, am I making too big a thing out of something frivolous here?
No, you are very right, and I don't think people realize just how narrow the narrowcast is.